Part 6 of When You Were the Love of Your Sister's Brother in Law and Who is a Dangerous Man. Author point of view. Jimin came to Mia's room to ask if he talked with you or not. Mia, if you knew, then why you did not tell me before? She was getting angry at James. Jimin stopped in the entrance. James, to be honest, I did not expect that you will support him. Mia, what? James, leave it. You tell you talked with her. Jimin was all ear to her, who sighed tiredly. Mia, I did, when mom was sending her on a date with Edwin. Jimin felt anger rushing through him. James, hey, few days ago she said she is dating Leo and now is marrying Edwin. I think she is just confused, but she also likes Jimin. Mia, that is why I tried to stop her, but she went on that date. Jimin's heart throbbed, and he left while dialing your number. He sat in his car and started driving rashly, as his anger was rising because you were denying his call. Jimin, pick up, Jan, pick up, he yelled while hitting on steering wheel, and then he called his assistant. Jimin, I am sending you a number. Trace it right now, he ordered, and then again tried your number. After a few rings, it was picked. Jimin, Jan, but in return, he heard your scream. Jan, Edwin, let go. Jimin, Jan, hey. His heart sank as he understood the situation. He received your location and speed up. He was angry on you, but now he was just worried for you. There was no other customer in the cafe, as Edwin had booked that place and was now hurting you. Staff was too afraid to stop him when he slammed you on the Jan. Edwin, Edwin, you should say yes when I give order. His hand was wrapped around your. He just burst like a man suffering from anger issues. Jan, let go. You had scratched his hand. He backed away and you fell down. You were coughing as you were out of breath. All this conversation was hearing by Jimin. Edwin, tell me, is he your ex? Your back was showing the stains and it was hurting. You looked up. Jan, you? How dared you to treat me like this? You were scared, but anger was above that. Edwin, still in attitude, huh? He roughly pulled you on your feet. Jan, my dad will soul escaped your body when he pressed cold barrel against your chin. Edwin, learn to obey, girl. His eyes glowing with menace. Jan, you cannot. He laughed. Edwin, I will break all your tantrums at our wedding night. Jimin, yeah, leave her. His blood boiled when he saw you clenched in his lethal grip. For a moment there was fear on Edwin's face and you felt relief. Jimin pounded on him and you were free. Both men were attacking back to back. No one's guards interfered when Jimin had tackled him down and strangled without any mercy. Edwin's guards were aware of Jimin's power and aura. Jimin, wasn't the warning enough for you, huh? Edwin, I will marry her. Jimin punched him and did not stop, even when he was fainted. Jan, Jimin, you pulled him back. Jimin, why you? He angrily turned towards you. Your chin wobbled and eyes gathered more water. You hugged him and let out all tears that you were holding back in front of Edwin. Jimin, Jan, he tightly hugged you and then his hands moved upward. You winced and screamed into him. After separating you, he turned you around. Jimin, I will kill him. You again hugged him to stop him. Jan, take me home. He was breathing heavily in anger. Jimin walked in with you. He was holding you and you had hugged him. your arms tied around him, and your face was hidden in your mother, Jan. She approached worriedly. Mia and James were also there, as they were told about that incident. Your mother, is she okay? Jimin, how can you send her with such man? He hurt her. She is traumatized. You were sobbing, but did not pull back your head. Your mother, we never imagined this would happen. Mia, Jan, I want to go to my room. Jimin, move to your room. James, don't worry, auntie. Jimin saved her. She will be fine. She sighed. Then they called a doctor. Jimin helped you to get inside the duvet. Jan, Jimin. He sat closer and held your hand. Jimin, don't worry. You are safe. Jan, I lied. I don't love him. You were embarrassed again. Jimin, I will make sure that he never comes near you. Ever. His voice holding immense passion. Jan, will not you ask that why I lied? Jimin, why? Jan, I wanted to take revenge of how you lied and made me jealous. He smiled. Jimin, you were jealous? Jan, yeah. Jimin, and then? Jan, why were you jealous of Leo and Edwin? Jimin, because I love you. Now you tell your reason. The confession again raised your heartbeat. Your mother, this way, doctor. Jimin controlled do not react and stood back. Jimin, before bringing her here, I had already taken her to the doctor. Doctor, let me check a few vitals. She forwarded. Jimin stepped aside while your mother left. Doctor, will you excuse Mr. Park? Jimin, no. He pressed a laugh. Yan, come on, Jimin. Jimin, I don't trust anyone. Doctor gave up and did her job. She asked you to lay down so that she can check your wounds. Jimin helped you to turn over. Doctor, now you should leave. He just turned his back to them. Jan, he is very stubborn, doctor. You do your work. She checked your wounds that were already treated. Doctor, cuts are not deep, but you should rest well. Jimin, we already know this. Now you should leave. Jimin, Jan, sorry, doctor. He left. You sat up and he again came closer. Jimin, so tell me, why were you jealous? Jimin, say it before someone else comes in. You bit on your bottom lip. He placed his hand at the side of your face and his thumb helped to free your lip. Jimin, do not punish these battles. Jan, I love you. Your eyes spread when he owned yours. No one realized that the door was just open. James, yeah, hey. He parted and was pulled up. Jimin, hi, James, how dare you do it? Jan, no, Oppa, it's not that. I love him. You were blushing in that awkward situation. Jimin, now I got the license, right? James, you really like this idiot? Jimin, hi, Jan, don't say that, Oppa. James, great. Already taking his side. Jimin, oh, I didn't say it back. He leaned and again caught you. You could not cope up with his madness. He set you free, Jimin. I love you more. Your face was red like a tomato when your parents and Mia come in. Your father, Jani, my daughter, are you okay? Jan, yeah. Mia, you should not have sent him with that Edwin. Thanks to Jimin that he saved my sister. She winked at Jimin. James, ah, yeah, he went wild to save her and beat up Edwin. He will never even think of hurting her again. You shook your head, as it was obvious that they were overacting. Your father. Thank you, Jimin. Jimin, actually, uncle, I want to say something. You panicked. Mia. Yes, say it. Your mother. What is it? Jimin. I really like Yan and want to marry her. Your gaze averted when your father looked at you. Your father. You like him, Yan? Jimin was about to die When few seconds passed in silence. Jan, just that. Mia and James. Who did? James, what do you say, uncle? Your father. If kids like each other, then why would I have any problem? Jimin hugged you. James awkwardly patted his back, signaling him to back away. But you were in relief that at least he did not attack you. Happy ending. It was a new thing for me to write Jimin fanfic, and I really enjoyed it. Thanks for watching this and love you all.